Even the finest violin, like the finest automobile, needs a tune-up now and again. And other than bringing the strings up to pitch each time you play, the most common adjustments are to the bridge. First things first, let's get comfortable and place something soft under your instrument. The reason it's necessary to check and adjust the bridge on a regular basis is because violin strings are constantly stretching, and the motion of tuning them up pulls the bridge forward ever so slightly each time, especially on the lower strings and when new strings are installed. To determine if your bridge needs adjusted, look at it directly from the side and compare the angle formed between its chest and the strings to the angle formed by its back and the strings. Depending upon the shape of your bridge, these two angles should be the same. This relationship will always leave the angle between the bridge's back and the belly of the instrument slightly less than 90 degrees. This tilt is necessary so the bridge can evenly support the 40 to 54 pounds placed upon it by the strings. If your bridge is out of adjustment, landmark your elbows and hands to steady your fingers so when the bridge begins to move you don't slip and go too far. Only touch the very top of the bridge when performing this adjustment because its waist is very delicate and if pulled or pushed in the center, easily broken. Now for a closer look. If done routinely, as you can see, the adjustment is very small. But if you wait too long, the bridge can warp or even crash down against the belly. Since the lower strings stretch more, it's common for the top of the bridge to pull forward unevenly. Simply pull back on the one side of the bridge, then even out the tension of the strings. If the bridge refuses to move easily, or the windings on the strings start to separate, look for my upcoming video on burnishing and graphiting the notches of the bridge and the nut. The location of the bridge on the belly is also very important to the sound and performance of the instrument. This again is an easy adjustment if you use the proper technique. All instruments are different. Yet unless you have a specific reason to have it otherwise, the bridge should be directly centered on the notches of the F-holes or Florentines. If you find that your notches are uneven from side to side, the left one takes priority and keep the bridge straight. If the bridge feet are out of adjustment, landmark your elbows and hands once again, and this time grasp the feet of the bridge between your thumbs and middle fingers next to the belly. Squeeze tightly, and while lifting and reducing the pressure of the feet against the belly, move them to the proper position while being careful not to scratch the varnish with your fingernails. Double check from both the top and from the side, and if necessary, readjust. The final adjustment is to center the bridge between the eyes of the sound openings and the fingerboard. The same technique is used, but this time move the bridge from side to side. You can check this adjustment by looking down the center of the fingerboard toward the bridge. Also, by alternately glancing down the sides of the fingerboard using one eye. If this adjustment doesn't leave the bridge centered between the eyes of the sound openings, you may have to split the difference. Choose which position sounds and performs best for you, or have a reliable shop do some more serious adjustments to the fingerboard or neck. Double check everything and readjust if necessary until your bridge is properly placed and tilted back. Adjusting your bridge is an important step towards realizing your instrument's full potential and living your musical dream.